Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome here into the Columbus Sports Center. Seth Donahoe alongside DJ Minton for today's matchup between the Ohio Bruins and the Steel City Yellow Jackets. DJ, how are we doing today? Yeah, absolutely. Bruins coming off of a 1-1 last Friday and Saturday, as we got Duron Scott there making a layup for the Yellow Jackets. Last Friday, Bruins ended up knocking off, Brett McKnight. Easy three, absolutely. Oh, and Cam Mitchell with a full court pressure steal. Takes some contact and a late whistle. Yeah.
That was one thing we saw in the back-to-back last Saturday. He lacked a little bit of energy into this building. And right out of the gate, Brett gets a huge shot with the steal, takes the foul.
Yeah. Now, maybe I can finish off what I was saying. Last Friday and Saturday, the Bruins ended up beating the Chicago Rebels. Cam Mitchell had an astonishing 57 points that game. They ended up picking up the victory. And then following the back-to-back, ended up dropping one to the Midwest Guardians. Only lost by 5 points. So now that we got a week of rest here, as that one, I believe, went in?
Yeah.
Okay. The netting is a little loose there, but he was able to knock down that first free throw. And now after that loss, getting a week of rest, looks like the Bruins are coming back to try and pick up right where they left off of Friday's astonishing victory.
Yeah, definitely. And also, the one big thing that we're seeing already is look at the bench over there. We finally got some guys here, got some guys back. It's good to see everyone.
Yeah, I mean, we actually, on this roster, the Bruins have more players depth-wise instead of the Yellow Jackets. And we're going to get a traveling violation here on the Yellow Jackets.
Good job again by the Bruins getting up in defense. That's something that we talked a little bit about on Saturday that they were lacking. Love to see this energy they have.
Yeah, absolutely. Looks like we got a couple new additions here for the Bruins. Number 2, Breaker Healer. Number 17, Mark Allstock. And number 23, John Montgomery. And Richie Gordon, who hasn't played the last few games, but he's back in the lineup for the Bruins today.
Glad to see that. Just missed that. Great move down there.
And we got a three-point shot by, that one's going to be James Jackson.
Well, the big thing is you got some of your guys back. Also, now Brett can play the position he normally plays. Guys can actually be where they need to be.
Right. McKnight trying to feed it down to Mathis, but Claude Scott quickly the other way. Good little defense by McKnight. Gordon with the rebound. Up to Osborne, up to Mathis with a nice flush. See if he can get going. He was a little cold from his distance shooting last week on Saturday, but nice little easy basket to get things started as Yellow kicks it out to James Jackson.
Sometimes that's all it takes when you're a shooter that's been a little bit down. Get a couple easy buckets and get going.
Yep, get that confidence going, and all those shots will start falling.
As you can. Don't be afraid to good job on defense again. Don't be afraid to mark violation. Force a bad, low percentage shot.
You're on a tight shot, we're going to be going to you in between like the power plays and stuff. Okay. But do it.
So 3 minutes here into the game. Bruins take an early 8-2 lead. They're looking good early right now as Osborne gets it into McKnight, but Jackson's able to poke that one away. Ooh, and they're going to give it to the Yellow Jackets.
Oh, what did you see that this was a close game last time, still sitting on by 5 at their place. So you know it's going to be a tough game. Great job of getting a good start.
Yeah, absolutely. Got Kenny Holmes right there, dribbling on the outside. Trying to get it out to the corner, but nobody was there. Osborne gets the steal, nice take. Just misses the layup. McKnight's able to get the rebound and doesn't get the foul call. And Yellow Jackets quickly coming the other way as Richie tries to get that block, but James Jackson just squeaks that one in.
Still like the hustle, though. Good job of getting that.
And then pressure by Jackson right there on Mitchell. Able to knock a loose ball. And refs giving the scoreboard operators some words of encouragement. Mathis takes a mid-range jumper and just misses that, and oh my! Not only did that look like it was over the back, but also, correct. Yep.
There we go.
Yep. So Cam Mitchell here to inbound for the Bruins. Gets it over to Mathis in the corner. Jackson right there on Mitchell. Loses the ball. Kenny Holmes able to get the turnover. Jackson down to Claude Scott, and Richie, looks like Richie Gordon.
Yeah, a little basket interference.
Yeah. Looks like a little controversy going on there, saying that they can't grab the rim. I believe in the league that the Columbus Condors played, where Richie and Boo Osborne had played last year, there was some kind of rule like that where you were able to grab the rim, or if the ball was inside the cylinder, you could knock it out. That's just the way the basketball league is the league that they played in. But yeah, maybe Richie thought that he could do it in this league, but it doesn't look like it's going to go that way. So, yeah, absolutely. So, 7:55 here in the first, and it looks like the Bruins take a timeout. Bruins up 8-6 right now. What have you seen that looks good for the Bruins so far?
We talked about it, energy and getting back on defense. Those were the two things that hurt us last Saturday. All those little things add up very quickly in a game, and when you lose a game as close as they did last week, that was the big difference. Already we're seeing guys get back on defense. We're a lot of communication. Also, though, you know that you got guys who are on the bench that can come in and give you a little bit of relief when you need that relief. Actually get a legitimate break is also something that can give you a little peace of mind.
Right, yeah, absolutely. Last week when they played the Guardians here, I think they only had 7 or maybe 8 people on the roster. So, you know, these 12-minute quarters, they can wear you out after a while. And if you don't have that depth to be able to get a little bit of rest, that can wear down on you pretty quickly, as Osborne kicks it out to Mitchell, who knocks down that corner 3. Yeah, he's a phenomenal player to watch, man.
He's a person too. I mean, he will take all the time that you need to talk basketball.
Yeah, I believe that. So Claude Scott here with a running floater, just in and out as Mitchell gets the rebound. Trying to quickly push it up. Oh, and some pressure there, able to cause a turnover as Holmes brings it the other way. Mitchell with a nice defense. Look at him, still hustling after the ball.
Great job. You see the mental mistake there, throwing the ball a little short.
Yep.
Doesn't give up on it, comes back, plays tough on defense.
Yep.
Smart about it, doesn't get the foul.
And that one's going to be Tone Reddick Sr., who just takes it right to the basket, uncontested.
He's dived down there, maybe stop that.
11-8 here for the Bruins. 8 minutes left here in the first quarter. Osborne takes a 3 just off the front edge as Deron Scott is able to get that rebound. Gets it out here to Reddick. Brings it up the floor, looking to set up some offense. McKnight tightly contesting. Oh, and a nice little give and go there for the Yellow Jackets as Reddick's able to get the layup.
That wasn't a good job there. Still City weathered those 15 minutes and they're right back in the ball.
Osborne gets it out to Mathis, who takes a deep 3, and that one's short. Maybe.
The shot clock. You know, we talked about that. You're a shooter. We want to see Marquise continue to take those shots, but also make sure that we've got some guys down there that can rebound that in case it does go off.
Yeah, absolutely. And I was just about to say that only like 3 or 4 seconds went off the shot clock. You know, at least get a few passes in there before you can take a shot like that. Nothing wrong with taking that shot, but you just like to see a little more movement.
Sure, they did that a lot last week. A lot of good shots in the shot clock.
James Jackson takes a long 3, and that one's nothing but net. And just like that, Steel City's up by 2. He gets it quickly. Osborne quickly gets it ahead to Richie Gordon. Nice little post move inside, takes the contact, and knocks down a little fadeaway.
That's a good job by Richie. Take the contact like you said.
Yep.
Down here.
Jackson gets it out to Reddick, who takes a deep 3 off the backboard. Yeah. Mitchell quickly down the other end. That speed and strength, able to finish.
Unbelievable. And again, finishing at the rack. He's so good at that.
He absolutely is. Osborne putting the pressure on Holmes. Kicks it out to Claude Scott. Scott's looking for somebody to get open. Oh, and didn't look like James Jackson was ready for that one as Mitchell gets the steal, but then quickly turns it back over to Scott. Kicks it out to Holmes. tried to make a move, who then kicks it out to Scott, and that one is a long two.
If you're the Bruins, like to get a little closer with them, make them shot contested, but it should be 2, like you said. Let those deep shots.
So we got McKnight down here on the block, Scott guarding him, and there's just that size and strength that we talked about last week.
And you know, now you got Richie down there too. That's going to take a little bit to talk about, like how that helps Brett be able to play his natural position. But also that takes a lot of wear and tear off. Brett took a lot of physicality in that last game. He really hung in there and played a great game on Saturday. But you just can't take that as hits every single basketball game.
Yeah. And especially after playing those back-to-backs, I'm sure that he was tired, but he was able to still put everything he could out there on the floor as he knocks down that first one.
Well, it's something that we really saw last week that he did a great job of, and he's doing it again today, shooting free throws.
Yeah. So for the Bruins, we got number 17, Mark Allstock, checking in for the Bruins. His first appearance for the Bruins, I believe.
Yeah, that's correct.
And
All State finished up there in Illinois, so like we always talk about, you guys are coming down here to see pro basketball. You're seeing guys from the area, and you're seeing guys that play D1 basketball.
Yeah, absolutely. No, it's exciting, the energy that all these guys bring, the athleticism, and it's just exciting to watch as Jackson kicks it out to Reddick. Oh, and he was tripped up by Gordon. Richie Gordon says that one's a good call. I love watching Richie play. You know, he's not afraid to talk to you. He's not afraid to talk smack to you, and he's one of the few people that I see that when he talks, he's able to back it up.
Yeah, absolutely.
But he's just out there always having fun. James Jackson kicks it out to Holmes, trying to find Scott, ends up taking the three. Claude Scott ends up coming for the, tries to get the rebound, but McKnight was able to pull it down. Quickly up ahead to Richie Gordon. He's able to get the nice layup there. Good. And good job by Richie to be able to secure that long pass. As Deron Scott couldn't get a hold of that one. Reddick drives the baseline, who kicks it out to James Jackson for three, just off the front iron.
Just so active by the Bruins on defense. You'd love to see that.
Nice little in and out by Mitchell, creates a lane, who kicks it out to McGlade, and that one's good for a three.
What you said, created by Cam Mitchell. If you're a guard and you're at the top of the key, get to the elbow. So many good things can happen. He needs an open shooter, nails it by Oliver.
Looks like the refs doesn't notice Deron Scott's tying his shoe back here, but finally gets a, they said that he didn't have control of it, so Mitchell ends up getting it. McGlade up ahead to Allstock, who's able to get the nice layup.
And we defense by the Bruins. You get a little bit of just what we talked about, energy off the bench, right? Quick scoring by Mark, quick defense by Oliver, a couple of big shots, just like that. You got the lead again.
And when you say the word energy, first person I think of is Oliver McGlade.
Yeah, he come off the bench. He always has high energy. And again, when you have guys that know you're going to have your back, you can assert all the energy you need to into those 6, 8, 10, 12-minute intervals that you'll be in the game.
Yeah, absolutely. So, a couple bench guys coming off the bench, obviously, and producing well for this Bruins offense. Steel City's kind of gotten out of a groove now, as you would say, as the Bruins have a 24-16 lead with 4:22 left here in the first. So, there's Bruins are looking really good. It's a completely different team when they actually have some rest under their belt.
Oh, for sure. And the other thing is not only do you have the rest, but mentally, we talked about the mental mistakes that we made in that last game, right? All that is better now today because we're fresh. We're looking at everything in a different perspective.
So Steel City is going to get the ball here. Looks like we got Holmes bringing the ball up the floor. Scott screen set there by Grigg, who kicks it down to Jackson. Holmes with a running baseline floater. Misses that, and Allstock's able to get the rebound, and the Bruins are coming the other way. Nice little move right there. Is able to get the floater. Just couldn't get it to fall, though.
Great stutter step and a great job. Yeah, like you said, just couldn't quite get it to fall.
Grigg was able to pull down the rebound to get it to Reddick. Gets it to Holmes, then out to Jackson. Just couldn't get that slow-mo floater to go, and Allstock tries poking it out, but it isn't able to get it to bounce in his direction. Holmes with the three and misses, and Gordon with the rebound. Down the floor to Mitchell, and kind kind of a ill-advised pass. You know, you don't really need that one.
For sure. You like what he's trying to do, but yeah, let's hold on to it.
And here's McKnight to Mitchell with the easy flush.
Made up for it there on that one.
Yeah, absolutely. (26-16) lead here for the Bruins. 3:20 left in the first quarter. James Jackson handling the ball right now. Greg comes to set a screen. Clicks it out to Claude Scott. Takes the three. Just rattles off the front.
Again, let them have those low percentage shots from downtown.
Richie Gordon kicks it out to McGlade. Back to Gordon. Then out to Allstock, who takes a three. Can't get that one to fall.
It's a good in and out there. Found the shooter. Pretty decent open shot. You like that if you're the Bruins.
Yeah. And that defensive pressure by the Bruins is really settling in as Tone Reddick's able to knock down that three.
Well, and if you're Mark, you got to get up there and hit it.
Yeah. 7-point lead for the Bruins. Cam Mitchell bringing the ball up the floor. Was able to get by James Johnson and around Claude Scott.
My goodness. That's just a great job. He has the defender on his hip. Once the defender's on his hip, the only thing he can do is foul you or give you the bucket, and he did both.
Yeah. So after this timeout, Cam Mitchell is going to try and get 3 points the traditional way.
Yeah. Well, and again, what we talked about with this energy, I mean, this is, like you said just a few minutes ago, a whole different Bruins team that we're seeing here. We love to see this. Mentally, everybody's into it. We're talking. We're getting back on defense. We're finding the open guys on offense. And we're taking pretty good shots, other than really 1 or 2 shots here or there early in the shot clock. Good high percentage shots.
And I'll tell you one thing that I've noticed in this game that we didn't see a whole lot of last week is securing those defensive rebounds.
Oh, for sure. We talked about it endless amounts of times last week, right? I mean, the undersized team, and here they are getting all these offensive rebounds, right?
Right.
Already we've secured a lot of defensive rebounds today, you're right. And that is what makes the Bruins go. It is when they get these defensive rebounds, they start pushing the basketball and they start getting the defense on their heels. Then what starts happening? Guys get down 6, 7, 8 points, they start shooting threes. We'll start living with these deep threes and we'll start pushing it even more.
Yeah, absolutely. And like we've seen the Yellow Jackets take they've hit some of their threes, but other ones as well has been pretty deep or just off the mark just a little bit. So until they start getting back in the game by knocking those threes down consistently, like you said, you're going to live with it.
Well, and the big difference this week, like we've already talked about, is how many contested shots they're having, right?
Yes.
Last week, so many wide open threes that we gave up. And again, a lot of that is just from fatigue and mental fatigue.
Yeah. So Cam Mitchell was able to knock down that free throw, and that gives the Bruins a 29-19 lead. 2:20 left here in the first. That's Tim Jackson dribbling the ball. Gets it down to Holmes, over to Reddick, over to Scott. Jackson relocates to the corner and knocks down that three.
Well, that's what we just talked about right there. Moving the basketball around, finding the open shooter, getting the Bruins on their heels.
Cam Mitchell penetrates a little bit, then pulls out, shoots the three. Reddick's able to secure that rebound. He comes the other way quickly, blows past McGlade, and McKnight just couldn't quite get there in time.
Yeah, you've got to have somebody on defense step up a little bit quicker there before he gets down past the elbow and down into the block.
So originally a 10-point lead is now down to 5 as Mathis is found by Reddick.
Well, that's what timeouts are for, right? Regroup, come back out, get back into your game plan. That's what Steel City did there.
Yeah. And it looks like for the past couple minutes, Mitchell has been requesting a sub as he finally gets checked out by Boo Osborne, and Omer Manzi checking in for the first time for Brett McKnight, giving both of them a breather.
And I think Omer and another guy we'll see later, Tavion McNeil, I think these guys are going to need to start playing a little bit more for their defensive aspect.
Mathis kicks it out to Allstock, who knocks that three down. That was pretty.
That was a great open shot. Draw the defense over, lull them to sleep, find the shooter.
Yes, absolutely. And Mathis was able to do that to perfection. Oh, and that's a deep three by Reddick as he can't get that one to fall. And like you said, those kind of shots right there, we're going to live with that.
Yeah, all day long.
Oh, a nice pass by Allstock to Manzi, who tries to get it down to Mathis. Lost it for a second and able to recover it. Oh, and Boo Osborne with a nice pressure.
Yeah, threaded the needle, you're right. He did lose it for just a second. Marquise is just so strong, grabs it back and finishes. And then, ooh, great defensive energy. We saw that in the third quarter last week when he put this team on his back.
Yeah, absolutely. So after those 5 quick points that the Yellow Jackets got, the Bruins get them right back, and it's back to a 10-point lead as Holmes misses that one. Manzi's able to secure the rebound, gets it to Mathis, who brings it up the floor, down to Manzi, uses his size and strength and just can't get it to fall.
Beautiful move by Manzi.
Yeah. Just like I said, that one just off the back iron, wasn't able to get it inside the cylinder, enough for it to drop. Oh, and Holmes was cutting right as Scott was passing the ball, but luckily Jackson was there to recover it. McGlade all over him as he draws the foul. He picks up the foul and is going to send Tim Jackson to the free throw line.
Well, nothing's easy though. I mean, there was a foul there by Oliver, but he's not going to let him go all the way to the dish unprotected. Puts a body on him, and now he's got to make him go the hard way.
Yep. Make them earn those points as there's one that could easily be taken off the scoreboard. So Tim Jackson's here at the line. Missed his first one, and the second one is up, and that one off the back iron. So in essence, a good foul by McGlade. Tim Jackson is able to get that steal from Allstock. Claude Scott able to get it to Reddick, who then gets it to Jackson, and he gets the 2 layups.
The 2 eventually, right?
Yep.
That was good hustle, though. That was a good job.
Yep. Oh, now the pressure is all over McGlade as he wasn't able to. Looks like he got down the floor a little too quick. You know, not enough Bruins offensive players were coming up the court quick enough, and you know it was 3-on-1 down there in that corner, and McGlade ended up having to try to make what he could out of it, but ends up being a turnover. So 8 seconds left here. Holmes with the ball. Osborne all over him. Holmes kicks it out to Reddick, who then kicks it back out to Holmes, and Holmes shoots a 3, and that one's just short. And Reddick gets it up, but it was just after the game clock had expired. So, after 1 quarter, the Bruins have a 34-27 lead. This is Ohio Bruins basketball. We're going to go ahead and take a short break and be back right after this. And we are back here at the start of the second quarter, and looks like it was going to be Steel City's ball to start the quarter, but now it's the Yellow Jackets. Or it looks like it was going to be Steel City's ball to start the quarter, but it's going to be the Bruins' ball.
They got the call right now.
So after 1 quarter, Bruins are up on top of Steel City 34-27. Very productive, actually very good back and forth first quarter.
Oh, it was a great first quarter. Good energy by both teams. And I just love the energy the Ohio Bruins are coming up with. We've seen it on the court. We've seen it on the bench over there. Everyone's encouraged each other. I think we're in for a great day of basketball today.
Yeah, absolutely. And Allstock applies the pressure right there to, that one's going to be Majestic Grigg. And we see now checking in for the Bruins, Breaker Healer.
Acquisition from the Lancaster Thunder.
And you see him right here with the pressure on Holmes. As Greg comes to set the screen.
And the common theme from some of the new guys we've seen, especially today, is defense.
Ulmer Manzi, nice job to get there, get in position, and take the charge as Reddick was coming in fast for the layup.
Good job by Ulmer. What did I say just a few minutes ago, right? I think him and Tavion are really going to be somebody with their length and size and speed that can really give people defensive problems.
Yes.
And you know what happens when you start playing defense and you start getting confident? You start making buckets.
Exactly. So Boo Osborne bringing the ball up for the Bruins right now. Gets it over to Healer. Looking down towards Mathis as he gets the ball. And Reddick able to poke his hand in there and get that ball away from him. And Holmes gets it quickly the other way to Grigg there for the layup.
Steel City's hands have been very quick.
Yes. And we almost seen it right there, too.
Right. Good finish.
Yes.
Finish by Osborne.
Yeah, that was a nice up and under right there.
Going through the big men. Don't put the basketball down where they can get a hold of it. Get it up high. Let's be strong with it.
Yes, absolutely. Osborne right there with the pressure. Holmes. Ooh, looks like Osborne wanted a carry on that one, but wasn't able to get it. So Tim Jackson kicks it to the corner for Tone Reddick. Not able to get that. Breaker Healer with the rebound. Quickly to Allstock. And Allstock.
Good job. All created by what? Great pressure defense.
Yep.
Love the energy by Boo Osborne.
Yeah, looks like he was there in position, but maybe tried to sell it a little too hard.
We miss stuff every once in a while. Even the ref does too.
So we got a 9-point lead here for the Bruins, 10-27 in the second. Tim Jackson with the ball up here by half court. Mitchell down and ready to play defense.
Locked in, man. Look at the intensity.
Jackson able to kick it out to Scott, who couldn't get that long two to fall. Manzi with the rebound. Mitchell coming the other way. Out to Healer in the corner, who he takes a three, and that one's good.
Love to see the new guy get involved. Great open shot, all created by the great defensive rebound by Ulmer Manzi.
Yes, and their transition offense is looking very good right now as Jackson drives and can't get that little floater to fall as, Mitchell swatted him from behind, but it looks like he's going to be the one to get the foul. No, that one's going to go on Manzi, holding his arm.
I don't even know how Scott got down in between. There was 3 Bruins down in there, and he somehow got down in there, got the basketball. To his credit, he ended up getting the foul.
Yeah, absolutely. So Scott's going to come here to the line shooting 2. First one is up and able to rattle that one in. And Richie Gordon checking back in for the Bruins, and looks like James Jackson is going to give Kenny Holmes a break for the Steel City Yellow Jackets. Second shot is up, and that one is good. So 10-point lead now for the Bruins, 41-31. Breaker Healer bringing the ball up the floor. Nice little mid-range jumper, but couldn't get that one to fall.
That's a good shot, though. I mean, you got, as a guard, right to the foul line, right to the elbow. You can make things happen there.
Yeah. Greg takes the long 2 and can't get that one to fall. Richie Gordon with the rebound, gets it to Mitchell. Tries getting it up to Healer, but James Jackson knocks that one out.
Sorry about that, Seth.
No,
your team is doing a great job of the initial transition defense. We talked about the transition offense so far. Still seems to do a good job in transition defense and getting back, getting their hands up in the passing range.
Yeah, absolutely. So Mitchell not fully over the half-court line as he ends up getting that one to Healer. It misses the 3, and it's going to be last touch by the Yellow Jackets, so it'll stay down here with the Bruins. 10 seconds left on the shot clock.
This is something we've been really good at this season, is these inbound passes.
Healer gets it into Mitchell. Nice little step back. Ooh, couldn't get it out. Couldn't get the friendly roll. So Steel City quickly the other way. Jackson out to, that one's going to be Eric Mack who's into the game.
Great defense by Gordon.
Yes, absolutely. And Mathis quickly bring the ball the other way, and that was it seemed like the players were a little too close to be able to make that one work, as Gordon's with the nice hands able to knock that one out of the hands of Scott.
That was a great point, Seth. You got to get a little bit of spacing there, and then if you're Marquise and the defense crashes like that, pull it back out, we'll reset.
Yeah. Absolutely. I remember playing in high school with our coaches would drill that into our head, is to stay outside the white lines, make sure on transition that there's enough spacing. And, they had the right idea, but good anticipation by the Yellow Jackets to be able to knock that one out and bring it the other way. But then nice defense by Gordon there, able to recover for that transition defense and not give up an easy 2 points.
Yeah, and we talked about it a little bit with the transition offense. Both teams doing a great job on transition defense, which is just as important. Look, you're going to miss shots. You're going to have days where you're not making shots. You've got to get back on defense. And both teams have been doing a good job of getting to the passing lanes, not making it easy.
No, absolutely. So we have a 10-point lead here for the Bruins, 41-31, 8:49 left in the second. A couple of these new acquisitions playing pretty well here for the Bruins. Breaker Healer and Mark Allstock providing good minutes and good reps for the guys coming off the bench.
Yeah, you love to see it. It's new energy, right? Fresh leg, new intensity, and that's something that can really rejuvenate a team, This team is way too talented to have the record they have right now. They've lost a couple of really close, heartbreaking games, and I think this is just what they need, a little injection of new blood here, and get going on the winning streak.
Yeah. So we're picking up right here where we left off as Steel City gets the ball. James Jackson, the ball at the top of the key, defended by Boo Osborne. Nice hands by him, able to poke that out.
Yeah, Osborne doing it all on the
Yes, he is. And Mack is, that three rolls in and out, and Cam Mitchell with the rebound, bringing it the other way, gets it over to Mathis. Richie Gordon's in. Looks like Greg are down there trying to fight for position, and Greg's going to end up picking up the foul.
Well, Richie got in front of him, and once you get the defender behind you, he's at your will.
Yes.
You can do just about anything with him, and right there, the only thing that he could do was foul.
Yeah. Breaker Healer inbounding here for the Bruins. Nice little out of bounds play, and just a little bit too strong for Richie. Was about to throw that one down, and gave it to a cutting Mathis, who if that ball wasn't poked out from him, I'm sure that he was going to rattle that rim as hard as he could.
Oh, I think so. I think he already had that in his mind.
Yeah.
He was almost surprised he didn't have it anymore.
Right. James Jackson with the miss there for Steel City, so Breaker Healer quickly bringing it the other way.
And again, another defensive rebound.
Yes. Love to see it. Love to see it. Healer gets it to Boo Osborne, who's making some nice moves, using his body and able to
finish.
Beautiful finish there for Boo Osborne.
Well, and on defense there, if you're Steel City, there is no way a guy should go from one side of the floor to the other and not be stopped.
Yeah. Credit to Steel City. They had some intense pressure as Greg takes a three and misses that one. Gordon with the rebound and quickly the other way. A little cherry picking by Mathis, but Mitchell gets the ball. Gives it to Gordon, who then gives it down to Mathis. Mathis is fighting for that position, uses that strength.
Good job. And again, an underrated play there by Richie. What a great pass by a big man down to the other big man.
Yes, absolutely. They had,
great finish there. Great defense by Healer.
Yeah, that was, he was able to knock that one loose, but somehow Jackson was able to get that possession, and that one's going to be a charge. Yeah, Healer was ready for that one the whole time.
That was too easy.
It looks like we're going to have a media timeout, if you will.
Well, and if you're the Bruins, you love the way that you guys are getting defensive rebounds and running up and down the court. Look, you don't have to worry about whether or not you've been a little up and down in your half-court offensive. You're going to be able to get defensive rebounds, a lot of quick shots, but more importantly, just what we've been talking about, one shot.
Yes.
And that's what killed us last week in that, especially that second game of that back-to-back. Giving up all the offensive rebounds and second shots.
And it hurts when those second chance points, which were often in that Saturday game, three-pointers.
Yes, absolutely. I mean, that's a huge swing you go, especially, when in a game where you lose by 5. You just think about all those little possessions that swung one way or another because of an offensive rebound.
Right. So we are just under halfway through the second quarter here. 6:50 left. The Bruins have a 12-point lead. They are, it looks like, really trying to incorporate this transition offense and get it down the floor very quickly.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And listen, when you have the depth that they have today, you have the backups that you have today, you can afford to run at the speed that they're running at. Guys are getting good, productive minutes. I mean, we're talking about a guy, Brett McKnight, who had to play probably almost every minute last week. He's actually been able to get a rest. He's back in there.
As McKnight wasn't able to get a hand on that ball. And
That jinxed him, of course.
yeah, but it just had to happen. And it's like Greg tried forcing that one. Wanted a kickball maybe, but Mitchell ends up bringing it the other way. Ooh, nice block by Greg as Mitchell takes the layup. Back out to Allstock. Misses that one. Osborne tried coming in for the layup, and Allstock's able to get this rebound. A little physical there as they're able to get the turnover. Claude Scott, oh man, Boo Osborne's hands has been very active this first half.
I mean, he's like the glove Gary Payton down there. He's unbelievable.
And here's that quickly the other way to Cam Mitchell. Hey!
Great finish. He said you're going to block that again. And that's how you finish. That's how you finish.
And we got our Bruins #1 fan down here.
Oh, love him. He brings the energy every week. Look, hey, listen, we're having a good time here. That's the other thing. Guys, get out to these games. They're socially distanced. People have masks on, and they're fun.
Yes.
Hear the energy of this building.
Oh, and Cam Mitchell is able to get that steal in here. He comes the other way. Just going to take the easy 2 points this time.
Yeah. I think maybe they just made Cam a little bit mad. Got the energy up in the building. You'd love to see this again. This is just a completely different atmosphere than we were able to see last week. The fans are here. They're loud. The energy that's coming off of the bench. The guys are talking to each other. They're engaged in these timeouts. So you'd love to see this.
Yeah, and I know we're going to sound like a broken record here, but it's just what you said. That energy, when they have that depth, it's a completely different Bruins team than what we've seen on Saturday.
And again, we talk about it, physically. Look, these guys are all in their early to mid-20s, right? So physically, yes, day to day, you're not going to see that. It's that mental, right?
Yes.
It's that mental, and we can see it right now in that timeout. Everybody mentally is into this, right? They're dancing, they're having a good time. That's what you need to see from this team. That's what the chemistry is going to build. And I'm telling you now, if they can keep this group that they have right now together on a run, there's going to be a run that they're going to go on.
Yes.
They've played some of the top teams in this division. They've split with some of them already, and they still have a couple of them that they can knock off on a revenge for here.
Yes.
This team could get scary if they could keep this core together.
Yeah. And one guy that stuck out to me in this first half has been Boo Osborne. He hasn't done much on the offensive side. A couple baskets. He had a nice finish up and under down here on the offensive side. But man, his hands have been very active on the defensive end.
Again, you get guys doing things that they're good at and comfortable with, and they're not having to get too far out of their comfort zone.
Yep. And there it is right there, as we were just talking about it. Holmes is able to knock down that mid-range jumper.
Well, it's a good job, active hands. Unfortunately, we just didn't have anybody that could have grabbed that.
Yeah, exactly. So Bruins bringing it the other way. Allstock gets it out to Mitchell. Gordon's trying to get position, and Tone Reddick not able to handle that strength of Richie Gordon. He misses the layup and then kicks it out to Allstock and gets the friendly bounce.
Great job of getting the guy down low by Richie. And how unselfish. He got the offensive rebound. Also by Mark there.
Yeah.
But Richie got the offensive rebound. He could have taken it back up, probably drawn the foul. He found the open shooter. Mark's able to hit the three.
Yes. And here's that defensive intensity that the Bruins are bringing, and because of that, they cause a turnover.
Well, we tried to see it this week, right? We just didn't have enough guys to be able to keep that intensity for as long as we needed to have it.
Right.
Now we have that ability to be kind of almost like hockey shifts at this point.
So we got a 52-35 lead here for the Bruins as McGlade comes back in. Gives Boo Osborne a little break here before the half.
Well-deserved break.
Yes, absolutely. Allstock gets the ball, takes it to the basket, tries to get an up and under finish. Ends up getting it out to McGlade. Couldn't get that one to fall. Oh, and McKnight just couldn't keep a handle on it. Looks down at his hands like he didn't know what happened.
And that basket already made before he had the ball.
Yep. And because of that turnover, Holmes was quickly able to get down the floor, and McGlade fouls him as he's able to get the layup in.
Well, if you're Oliver and you are going to foul there, let's get him a little harder there so that he doesn't get the chance for the bucket and now the three-point play.
Right. So we got just over 4 minutes left here. 52-38 lead for the Bruins. Allstock's going to bring the ball up up the floor. And that...
Well, and that's something that we might not have, you might not see at home, or you might not notice. Richie is down on the right block. What he did there to allow Mark to get down and be able to draw that foul at the rack was Richie cleared and he came back up to the free throw line. A couple things can happen there. Richie can be able to take that basketball and be able to distribute it out, or just what we saw there. He clears out the defense. Mark's able to take his guy one-on-one and get the foul.
Yeah, absolutely. And that was a beautiful offensive play. I'm not sure if it was designed or not, but it definitely worked out that way.
Well, and I tell you, when you get this many guys, too, that know basketball, Bruins have a high basketball IQ. And just what you said, even if it's not drawn up, Richie's played enough basketball to know, hey, man, this is where I need to be now.
Yep.
This is where I'm going to flash.
Yep.
Great job.
And because of that, like you said, Allstock is going to the line here and makes the first one and the second one as well.
Love to see it. They've been doing a great job the last couple of weeks, even in the defeat, of making free throws.
Yes, absolutely. James Jackson has the ball up, and Allstock up in his grill, and Coach Terrence Coley is encouraging it, letting him know.
And that's what you love to see. That's what you want to see from the bench and the leadership.
Yeah. Ooh, and Kenny Holmes knocks down a long three.
Again, that's a long three. Who cares? We'll let them have that.
Oh, we got some pushing and shoving down there as James Jackson wasn't having McGlade shoot that shot after the whistle was blown.
And again, here we see with this timeout, Homer Manzi, first guy off the bench, making sure that we have energy from the sideline, making sure the guys are ready to go.
And we got a little bit of back and forth here between the teams as...
Hey, it's all in good fun. Nothing's gotten out of control, so you'd like to see that in a basketball game. That's one thing that makes basketball such a beautiful game, man, that you get the atmosphere of the people here, you get the atmosphere and energy of the players.
Yep. So we got it's a 13 lead here for the Bruins, 54-41, 3:37 left. And maybe a little bit of this quick offensive tempo is kind of frustrating Steel City a little bit.
I think so. Well, you know, at the beginning of the game, the one thing that kind of held them in there was a good offensive movement on the basketball. Now we've seen a lot of quick shots, a lot of stale offensive moves, and it's just playing right out of the Bruins' hands.
Yeah. And I think a lot of that is because they are down by double digits right now, so they got to do some different things to try and get back into this game.
Well, and if you're watching from home, and especially if you're a young person watching this, it's just what the Bruins did last week. We talked about it last week when they were down 15 at the break. You're not going to get it all back in one shot. You've got to put some possessions together. You got to get some stops. So if you're Steel City, that's what you got to look for.
Yep.
Here's a technical. You're going to have a couple shots on the ball back. How do you build off of it?
Yep. And those coming off of, I'm assuming, the Omer Manzi beginning of that timeout as he was celebrating a little too excessively, I'd say.
It was on him, or they might have got marked for carrying the ball. I'm not sure. Either way, as long as the ref is just trying to make sure everybody's keeping good sportsmanship, I'm okay with it.
Right. So because it was a foul before the timeout, the Bruins are going to have the ball, even though the Steel City got those two free throws. And Cam Mitchell was able to get the ball, and looks like that was just barely tipped as it was up there over the rim. Oh, and with the
This was just enough there.
nice active hands by Cam, able to get it to McKnight, who just couldn't quite finish that. Maybe a little bit of a frustration foul right there.
For sure. And you're right, that was a good move there. He found the open guy, twisting and turning, passes it down to Brett.
He was in the right spot at the right time, just couldn't quite finish it.
Yeah, Brett just got to take a deep breath, right? I mean, he had such a great weekend last weekend. I think he's just trying to get going here, going a little bit too fast, him and Marquise both. Just take a deep breath, control the basketball, and start making some shots.
Yeah, McKnight really had to step up after, in that third quarter, Cam Mitchell left the game with what appeared to be some leg cramping. But he looks like he's... James Jackson takes a three, and that one rattles in and out. Tone Reddick tries to get the putback, but couldn't get it to fall. Can't get the second chance opportunity to fall either. And we're going to have another offensive rebounds if Kenny Holmes misses that one.
Not only are they giving up offensive rebounds, but multiple open three-point hits.
Yeah.
Now the defensive pressure here by Steel City. And that's one way you can get back into a game, right?
Yes, absolutely. So Allstock puts a hands up and contests that layup as it's coming down the other floor. Mitchell gets it to Mathis, and Mathis finally gets the foul call. And we're gonna have Mathis going to the line shooting 2.
This can be a good way for Marquise to get going. He had the early dunk earlier, a couple free throws here. Next thing you know, maybe we can get a wide open 3 and really get him back.
Yeah, absolutely. But going back to what we were touching on, now Cam Mitchell leaving that game in the second half only came in for a couple minutes after he went out with leg cramping, and McKnight really had to step up, and which he did on Friday. Cam Mitchell had the 57, but McKnight had a quiet 34, I believe.
Right.
And he was able to
34,
only a quiet 34. And when Mitchell went out on Saturday, McKnight was able to step up and put the team on his back and try and help them get into that. They were down for most of the game, but they were able to keep it relatively close for having 7 or 8 people on the roster, and McKnight finished with 39 on Saturday.
And again, it just went back to just what you said, the depth issues of just not having enough guys. They used and exerted so much energy on those 2 comebacks that by the time they got it back into a manageable situation, it was just like all that energy was spent.
Right.
Shot there by Marquise.
And he was able to knock down the first one. And it's nice when, we have some star players like Cam Mitchell, Brett McKnight, Richie Gordon, Marquise Mathis, but it's nice that you don't have to rely on them on every offensive possession. When you watch this Bruins team, they buy into each other. Their chemistry is incredible, and they believe in each other. And because of that, like you said, that they've been in a lot of games as Scott's not able to get the mid-range hook there. They buy into each other, and they've lost a couple close games. They've split some, and Mathis, here's that open 3 we were talking about. Couldn't get that one to fall.
Love to see him hit that. Well, it's a credit to the guys and the organization. They've hit some adversity, right, as we all have during this pandemic. They've weathered themselves through it, and now they're looking like they're going to come out on the other side.
And Tone Reddick's able to get that loose ball and put it up for the layup. And 1:40 left here in the second. Pressures, full court intensity by the Yellow Jackets. Doesn't quite help them in that one as Mitchell's able to get the layup.
Well, that's a good job of finally stopping the bleeding here a little bit. They hadn't had a bucket for a minute there after that pressure. And now Mitchell just says, you know what, we need a bucket. I'll take it.
Yep. James Jackson with the ball, McKnight guarding him. All over him, and good job by Mathis to get in the passing lane there. Mathis upset with himself as Jackson's able to get the steal and take it the other way. And
to credit of Steel City, what has kept them hanging around in this game is their energy and defensive intensity.
yeah, McGlade, nice little hesitation, able to get it through. Oh. McKnight gets the ball knocked loose, and
just gotta have stronger hands here if you're the Bruins. You can't be so lackadaisical with the ball. You gotta grab it, hang on to it hard, and find the next foul.
yeah, and some real errant passing there by Steel City as they turned the ball over when they had a 3-on-1 advantage there on that fast break.
Yeah. Well, again, got back into it, right, because of their defense.
Mm-hmm.
We got bailed out there on the 3-on-1. But now with less than a minute, each team's probably going to get a possession at least one, right?
Mm-hmm.
So if you're Ohio, continue to do what you're doing. Find the shooters, get up in there, drill, block out, get a rebound, get a good, easy transition bucket.
Yeah. So we got 44 seconds here, and the Bruins have an 8-point lead. So you'd like to see them get a 2-for-1 advantage heading into the half. A few more things that the Bruins need to tighten up on. I mean, I think on that full court press, you have Mathis is able to get the ball up here around half court, but then by the time he dribbles up to about the 3-point line, none of the Bruins, it doesn't seem like any of the guards around to be able to handle the ball. And Mathis was frustrated with himself. He knew that he shouldn't have turned that ball over down there, but just a few little mental errors that the Bruins are making that, they have an 8-point lead still, but it could be a lot closer, or it could be a much more substantial margin.
That's true. Well, that's something they can talk about at the break, right? We can talk as a team and as a staff, here to figure out, okay, what worked on that press and what is giving us trouble on that press.
Yeah.
And right now what they're doing a good job of, Steel City, is they're forcing the big men from Ohio to come up and get the basketball so that there's not a 5-second call. Well, then, just to your point, what's happening? The big men are not wanting to dribble the ball down in these corners. And Steel City's doing a great job of getting the third defender, the out-of-bounds line. They're doing a great job of trapping.
Yeah. And you know, that pressure by Steel City, it's nice when you have a guy like number 4 there, Claude Scott, who's just so tall, lanky, long. He's able to cause all kinds of problems for whoever's handling the ball, guard or big man.
Good job of getting in the passing lane on that press.
Yeah.
Ooh, and that was close to pass to get interference.
Yeah, that one, it looked like it might have been, but you know, Mitchell's able to get the ball over to Boo Osborne, gets it down to McKnight. And nice little block there by Grigg, but yeah, McKnight's able to be there to recover and get that layup as he got a 7-point lead here with 12 seconds left. Jackson gets it.
See, they got the guard right. Mark came in and flashed. Got it, gave it right back to Cam, and then when you get the guards moving downhill, you can find the open big man.
Right. Max not able to get that one to fall, and Boo takes a long, three-quarter shot just to the left of the rim, and I'm sure he'll make. I'm sure he'll make that one after the buzzer's off, but.
Great first half for the Ohio Bruins. Great energy, great intensity. Now you just got to bring it back out here for another 24 minutes and you got a victory.
Yeah, and not only for the Bruins, but Steel City has looked very well. You know, they've been down for all of the game, really. Bruins came out and was able to make the first basket, and Steel City hasn't led since. Actually, I believe that they've led once by about 2. It was about 20-18 or something like that, I believe. But, I mean, credit to them. They've been down for most of this game, but they haven't gone away.
Well, and the defense has really kept them in it. That press has really given the Bruins a hard time. So they'll have to make a little bit of adjustments there to that press. They'll be fine. I think they'll do just what we saw in that last possession. If we can get the guards to flash up, then you've got 3 guards handling the basketball. You've got your 2 big men down low, and then you can start going downhill on teams. Make them pay for pressing. Don't make this a game because they press.
Right. So we have a 60-53 lead here for the Bruins. We got about 9 minutes left here in the half before we get started here in the third quarter. And we are going to go ahead and take a short break. We will be right back after this for the start of the second half on Score on Air Network.
In sports, you want to have a player that can get the job done right every time. A real all-star, somebody that's dependable and you can turn to when the game is tough. That player in the audio-video industry is the theater people. From setting up your home's Wi-Fi network and offices, conference rooms, to setting up home theater inside or outside, to setting up the systems to make your home run smarter and safer as well. The theater people can do it all with the quality of professionalism you can expect every single time. That isn't just a great all-around player, that is an all-star. That is why we are the leaders in audiovisual installation in Central Ohio. So call us at 614-604-6327 or check out our website at ttpcolumbus.com to figure out which products will fit you. And don't forget, amplify your personality with the theater.
Do you have design ideas for t-shirts but you're not sure where to go? Go to Mojo Sports Gear. That's right, Mojo Sports Gear. At Mojo Sports Gear, you can get custom-made shirts. Whatever design you need, Mojo Sports Gear can provide it. Don't forget to grab a custom-made cap on your way out and rock the best headgear in the game. Give them a call at 614-864-6656. That's 614-864-6656.
I just wanted to play.
I just want to play. I just want to play. I just want to play.
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 Along the way, I'm learning
Sportsmanship.
teamwork,
How to work hard.
How to work hard. Discipline.
hustle,
Sacrifice.
How to be a leader.
Dedication.
I just want to play.
And along the way, I'm learning
To put the team before myself.
to put the team before myself.
How to be a student.
How to be a student.
I'm learning
to set a good example.
How to work hard.
to accept responsibility.
That I represent my community.
That I represent my community.
I just wanted to play, and look where it took me.
She's done it! Tiana Bartoletta has done it! From Elyria, Ohio, now an Olympic gold medalist.
The year was 1907. The Cubs won the World Series and the Ford Model R hit the assembly line. While here in Ohio, school administrators came together to form the Ohio High School Athletic Association. One thing that hasn't changed since 1907 is the dedication of the OHSAA to education-based athletics in Ohio. School sports teach responsibility, sportsmanship, and life lessons that stay with students long after their playing days are over. The OHSAA seeks to prepare students not for the next level of sport, but for the next level of life.
Looking for future leaders we can believe in? Look no further than the high school student athletes right here in Ohio. High school sports teach young people how to be effective leaders. It includes learning to listen, accepting responsibility, being a good role model, and it's about respect. The result, it transcends sports. It gives us hope for the future. This message presented by the Ohio High School Athletic Association and the Ohio Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
I mean, I don't totally know what opioids are, but
It doesn't happen here.
Not in denial.
no.
Our kids are way too busy. My son has good friends.
Don't live in denial, Ohio. Talk to your kids about drugs, and they'll be up to 50% less likely to use them.
Well, yeah, there's some old prescription pills, but my son's a good kid. He's not going to look for them.
2/3 of teens who abuse opioids get them from friends and family. Don't live in denial, Ohio. Dispose of your leftover pills.
Have you always dreamed about a career in sports broadcasting but aren't sure where to begin? Well, if so, then look no further than the Sports Emphasis program at the Ohio Media School. Whether in front of the camera, on the microphone, or behind the scenes, you'll learn from a pro to be a pro in the Sports Emphasis program at the Ohio Media School. You'll get hands-on training and live in-the-field experience at some of Ohio's biggest sporting events. You'll be the star of your very own webcast, and you'll get the opportunity to interview some of Ohio's biggest athletes. Call us today at 614-655-5250 or visit our website at beonair.com.
In sports, you want to have a player that can get the job done right every time. A real all-star, somebody that's dependable and you can turn to when the game is tough. That player in the audio-video industry is the theater people. From setting up your home's Wi-Fi network and offices, conference rooms, to setting up home theater inside or outside, to setting up the systems to make your home run smarter and safer as well. The theater people can do it all with the quality of professionalism you can expect every single time. That isn't just a great all-around player, that is an all-star. That is why we are the leaders in audiovisual installation in Central Ohio. So call us at 614-604-6327 or check out our website at ttpcolumbus.com to figure out which products will fit you. And don't forget, amplify your personality with the theater.
Do you have design ideas for t-shirts but you're not sure where to go? Go to Mojo Sports Gear. That's right, Mojo Sports Gear. At Mojo Sports Gear, you can get custom-made shirts. Whatever design you need, Mojo Sports Gear can provide it. Don't forget to grab a custom-made cap on your way out and rock the best headgear in the game. Give them a call at 614-864-6656. That's 614-864-6656.
I just wanted to play.
I just want to play.
I just want to play.
I just want to play.
Play.
Play. Along the way, I'm learning
Sportsmanship.
teamwork,
How to work hard.
How to work hard. Discipline.
hustle,
Sacrifice.
How to be a leader.
Dedication.
I just want to play.
And along the way, I'm learning
To put the team before myself.
to put the team before myself.
How to be a student.
How to be a student.
I'm learning
to set a good example.
How to work hard.
to accept responsibility.
That I represent my community.
That I represent my community.
I just wanted to play, and look where it took me.
She's done it! Tiana Bartoletta has done it! From Elyria, Ohio, now an Olympic gold medalist.
The year was 1907. The Cubs won the World Series and the Ford Model R hit the assembly line. While here in Ohio, school administrators came together to form the Ohio High School Athletic Association. One thing that hasn't changed since 1907 is the dedication of the OHSAA to education-based athletics in Ohio. School sports teach responsibility, sportsmanship, and life lessons that stay with students long after their playing days are over. The OHSAA seeks to prepare students not for the next level of sport, but for the next level of life.
And we are back here for today's ABA matchup between the Ohio Bruins and the Steel City Yellow Jackets, where Ohio Bruins have a 60-53 lead right now. Seth Donahoe alongside DJ Menden. DJ, what were some of your takeaways from that first half?
Well, the first thing we see, more Bruins. Great sign. The other thing is that the defense was unbelievable in that first half. They set up a lot of easy transition buckets, and that's what you want to see, more of that in the second half.
Yeah, absolutely. So, looks like they're coming out here. Boo Osborne, Mark Allstock, Brett McKnight, Cam Mitchell, and Richie Gordon is going to start out here on in the third quarter. And looks like Coach Terrence Coley and Coach Ace Pippins are discussing something, and maybe which game ball to use. I don't know. If they had a good luck ball in the first half, they might want to stick around with that one.
Right.
But yeah, like you said, they had some good defensive pressure in that first half. Offensive transition was very effective, and to counter that, Steel City ended up using a full court press there at the end of that second quarter.
And it caused a little bit of havoc there for the Bruins. So that's something we'll have to keep in mind. If this starts to be a game that either one gets to about a 10 or 12-point game with like 6 minutes to go, or it's just a close game at the end, that pressure could be a problem.
And absolutely. So Holmes drives and kicks it out to James Jackson, who then gets it to Claude Scott, out to Holmes for the three. And that one's going to fall.
It's a good first possession for Steel City.
Absolutely. So that brings it to within four. Boo Osborne brings it up the court. Gordon with the screen, who then gets the ball, then kicks it out to Allscott, who then gets it to Mitchell, down to McKnight. Back out to Mitchell. Yeah, man, that ball is just slipping through all the Bruins' fingertips right now.
It really is.
And Mitchell not happy with that, made a play on the ball, but the ref seems to think otherwise, as Mitchell's going to pick up that foul.
We just can't quite grab that ball today, man. It just seems to be eluding us every single time we have a big chance.
I think that's why Steel City wanted to use that ball to start this half.
No kidding.
So because of that, Claude Scott's going to go here to the line and shoot two for the Yellow Jackets. And the first one is up, and that one's good.
Well, if you're Ohio Bruins, you just want to regroup here. You know you're probably going to see a little bit of pressure out of this if they make it. So deal with the pressure, get into your second half rhythm, and take back to this basketball game.
Yep, it doesn't look like they're going to have the full court press right now, as they've brought it to within two. 60-58 lead for the Bruins.
Again, love the energy in the building. Both teams are talking. Both teams are getting active.
Right. So Boo Osborne to inbound it for the Bruins here.
And something we talked about in most of our telecasts is just their inbound plays. They've been doing a good job of making them a great high success.
Right. Gordon gets it out to Mitchell, who finds Allstock for the corner three.
It's a good job. Moving the basketball around, finding the open shooter, being unselfish. They needed that bucket. And then right there, great defense by Mark.
Yeah, absolutely. Holmes had good handles there in the beginning, but eventually the pressure got to him, and Allstock was there to be able to get the steal of that loose ball.
And you're not going to stop Cam Mitchell within 4 feet of the rim like that.
No, absolutely not. Claude Scott has the ball. He slips a little bit.
I think he got a benefit of the doubt there with the slip from the travel.
Yeah, absolutely. Refs didn't see it that way, but Brett McKnight there was able to knock that one out of his hands. James Jackson is going to inbound the ball here. Gets it to Kenny Holmes on an easy cut. I think Boo Osborne just turned his head at the right time, and Holmes was able to get that backdoor cut.
Played defense really well there, and he just found the opening there in the defense when somebody turned their back.
Cam Mitchell gets it down to McKnight. Gordon coming here to set the screen for Cam Mitchell, 3. Ooh, just couldn't get that one to fall as that one circles in and out.
Good job by Cam working himself around the key there to find the open spot. Again, what you talked about earlier, that spacing.
Ooh, and looks like they're going to give McKnight with a body push foul here. McKnight and Claude Scott having some fun words back and forth as Claude Scott kicks it out to Holmes, and Holmes is going to knock that one for 3. So Kenny Holmes starting off strong here for the Yellow Jackets in the third quarter.
Well, and that was the one thing we talked about, really, both teams was defense. Now it's the offense coming out here in the second half.
Absolutely. Allstock gets it over to Mitchell. Mitchell with a nice find to Richie Gordon. Gonna get that one to fall.
Gotta finish that if you're Richie. Good job of being strong by Cam.
Yeah. Nice hustle back there by Brett McKnight to be able to get back and knock that ball out of bounds.
Does a good job there. Cam goes across the middle there. Does a good job of protecting the basketball, almost like a football halfback there. Finds Richie and just couldn't quite finish.
So here's Claude Scott, who ends up getting it to Kenny Holmes. Boo Osborne kind of wrapped around Scott a little bit, but doesn't get the foul, and Mitchell wasn't expecting that as he was able to pick up the loose ball, and Holmes applied the pressure. Now Reddick takes it the other way. He's able to find Scott, who then gets it to the other Scott. That's Deron Scott. He's able to get the basket and finishes through the Richie Gordon contact.
Well, and Richie didn't give it to him anything easy. Gotta love that.
Absolutely not. Cam Mitchell drives and kicks it out to Allstock, who then finds Boo Osborne for the straight on 3. Can't get that one. Allstock quickly tracks that one down and puts up a corner 3 and can't get that one to fall. But Boo Osborne, man, using that size to be able to get the offensive rebound.
Both Mark and Boo doing a good job on the offensive boards there, being active.
Now, never giving up, and that's what you like to see if you're Terrence Coley.
And hard work always ends up being rewarded. Good job by the Ohio Bruins.
All right, so 8:30 left here in the third quarter, 67-65 lead for Ohio. Reddick gets it to James Jackson, who then takes a 3. Allstock was right in his face. Brett McKnight has it knocked out of his hands by Deron Scott, but Osborne able to get it up ahead to Cam Mitchell. Cam Mitchell all the way. Can't get the layup to quite fall.
Yeah, wondered there about the goaltending smack in the backboard there while the ball was still on it. Got away with that one.
Yeah, absolutely. Reddick gets it down to Deron Scott, who misses the shorthanded hook shot. Brett McKnight able to get the rebound, and we got a kickball violation that is going to stay with the Ohio Bruins. So
good, intense first 4 minutes there.
Yeah, absolutely. Yep. Like you said, 4 minutes, and the Bruins had a 7-point lead at the half. Now it's only down to 2. Kenny Holmes for Steel City really coming out strong, getting a couple of threes, that nice backdoor basket, and able to get them right back into this game.
Well, and we talked about it just for a second there a minute ago. The one thing that both teams did so well there in the first half was transition defense, right? And both teams now struggling a little bit to get back and find the shooters. Both teams getting some open looks here. And if you're the Bruins, you got to tighten up on defense a little bit here. just get back into your game. I think the body, the size, and the shooting, you're going to be okay. But if you continue to let Steel City hang around here and gain confidence, you're going to be in for a battle in the fourth.
Steel City seems to be a lot of their players seem to be very athletic. Once they're able to get inside that three-point line on a drive, they're able to create shots for other of their teammates and able to get some shots around the rim themselves. So if you're Ohio, you got to be sure that you stay disciplined, keep them contained on the outside, because we've seen that their three-point shooting hasn't been the best, but they're able to knock them down every now and then.
Yeah. Well, and don't start letting them have open looks.
Right.
That's the big thing.
Right. So Bruins come the other way. Allstock gets it down to McKnight, who gets that block from behind by Scott. Quickly the other way for Steel City.
And each game's ref a little bit different.
Right.
So Brett, now he's got to regroup. He knows now they're not going to give him that call that they gave him last weekend. He's going to have to adjust now and start to try to finish at the rack.
Right, absolutely. So loose ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by the Bruins, and
ooh, that's a good foul by Mark, though. Don't let him have the easy bucket there. He dove down wide open underneath. And, we talk about how the Bruins do that so well on their end. Steel City has been really good getting high percentage looks in these inbound passes.
Yeah, absolutely. And Mark Allstock's going to pick up the foul, so James Jackson goes to the line shooting 2, and the first one is up and in.
That's something they went up and down with a little bit in the first half, was the free throws.
And the second one is up, and that one drops 2. We got a tie ball game here, tied at 67, 7:35 left to play in the third.
Well, it'll be interesting. We didn't have to see a whole lot of half-court sets here out of the Bruins in the first half.
Right.
We're going to have to see where they're getting a bucket from now.
So Richie Gordon takes a 3, and that one's short.
Again, Osborne doing all the little things today. Doing a great job of getting that offensive rebound and finishing.
And his intensity is really helping lead this, get the Bruins second chance looks.
When it's been contagious on defense.
And Richie Gordon looks at the ref and gives him a little smile. Ref says that he had his arm around the defender as he was trying to get in front of him and get that poke the ball loose. As Oliver McGlade checks in here for Mark Allstock.
Richie's arms are long, but they weren't quite that long.
Right. So Kenny Holmes with the basketball at the top of the key. McGlade guarding him tightly as he guards everybody.
Good job by Oliver staying in front there.
Yes, absolutely. And the turnaround just rattles in and out for Holmes, and Boo Osborne did
another good defensive rebound there.
Yes, absolutely. Boo Osborne the other way. Nice,
an easy one.
Nice pass off the backboard, I'd say.
Yeah, that was
that was definitely part of the plan there. McKnight was able to regather that one and get the layup, so Tone Reddick the other way. Looks like they're going to get a foul here.
Well, that's something if you're the Bruins, you got to start to recognize that they've been trying these floaters a lot. They're getting contact right around the elbow and then trying to elevate, trying to get 2 shots and maybe an and one.
Yeah, and we've seen a couple times where they've done that, and the Bruins have been able to pick up a couple charges. So maybe that's sitting in the back of these Yellow Jackets' minds as they drive to the basket.
For sure, they've adjusted. So now to the Bruins, you've got to adjust.
So Tone Reddick is going to the line, shooting 2, and he knocks down the first one as Ulmer Manzi is now checking in, giving Richie Gordon a break.
And again, when we get Ulmer in there, and later on when we get Tavion in there, they're going to bring high defensive intensity. And with the length and athleticism that he has, that's something that you would love to see coming off the bench.
Right.
Ulmer's the type of guy he would love to have probably about 7 blocks and 10 boards and no points.
Yep. Oliver McGlade with the ball, gets it over to Boo Osborne. McKnight down low trying to fight for position. McGlade kicks it out to Cam Mitchell for 3, and we're going to get a loose ball foul here on, looks like it's going to be Steel City.
Looks like they shoved Brett McKnight underneath there. That was a good job of hesitation there, pump fake, just a slight one there by Oliver. Get the defender moving one way, and then he was able to find Cam Mitchell with a good look.
Yep.
Oh, and one.
And speaking of,
my goodness. Yeah.
Speaking of Cam Mitchell.
Sorry about that.
No, that's good. That worked out well. going back to what you said earlier, you know, the Ohio Bruins have out-of-bounds plays that are very effective.
They definitely execute them at a high percentage.
And Deron Scott was the victim of picking up that foul down low on pushing the back by McKnight, as McKnight was guarding him on that one. McKnight takes that one in strong. And
well, it was a good job in the prior segment there by McKnight. If you guys are young and you're watching at home, there's a big difference between initiating contact on defense and receiving it. He did a good job of staying in front, taking the contact. Initially, he missed the shot. Unfortunately, came back a little bit too aggressive the second time around.
So Deron Scott at the line shooting 2 as he gets the first one to fall. That foul's going to go on Oliver McGlade. And the second one is up. And that one's off. Manzi secures the rebound there.
And again, something that we didn't see. I know we talk about it a lot today, but that's something we took for granted last week.
Nice ball handling there by Boo Osborne as he was able to get around Jackson, but the help side defense by Scott was able to knock that ball out as Osborne was going up for the layup.
And you love the intensity by both teams. Everybody's talking, everybody's getting into it, and everybody's focused.
Right. So Brett McKnight with the ball. Nice handles there.
Ooh. Like to see him gather himself just a little bit there, maybe even take a foul.
Yeah. Had a nice little pump fake to the outside that was able to draw the defender, but couldn't quite get it under control as Steel City comes the other way.
And again, transition defense. Got to get back, got to recognize the ball handlers and the shooters.
5:30 left here in the third quarter. Bruins with a 1-point lead now, 73-72. McGlade has the ball, was looking for a shot, then gets it down to Manzi, who then gets it into Mitchell, kicks it out to Brett McKnight, just off the front edge of the rim, and looks like McGlade's going to get called for a foul, even though he was trying to box out and get position.
I think they're going to get him coming up underneath him just a little bit there. Good hustle, though, by Oliver, putting himself as small as he is, putting himself in there for a offensive rebound opportunity.
Yeah. Like we said earlier, when it comes to effort, the first name you think of is Oliver McGlade.
Him and Nick's not with us today, but yeah, him and Nick Gooch usually have high functioning motors.
Nice defensive hustle there by Manzi.
Manzi, I just love it. I mean, I talk about guys always have a role, and when you are able to have the depth that they have today, everybody can play their role properly. And Omer Manzi does an amazing job on defense. He really, really sets his offense up by playing so hard on defense, and it really gets him energized.
Yes.
He loves this.
Not only him, but the team sees it as well.
Absolutely. And it lets you know, hey, man, you know what? If I'm not getting very much playing time, guess what? I got to outplay Omer.
Right. Cam Mitchell all the way to the basket. Couldn't get that layup to fall as the long rebound kicks out to Allstock, who's able to take it to the basket and get that basket. Nice finish there by Mark Allstock.
Hey, I tell you what, when you get somebody who is new to the team and they're coming in here and putting in the effort that Mark's putting in today, just what you talked about just a minute ago with Omer, that's contagious. Guys love to see that. And he has really done a good job on offensive rebounding today. It seems like he keeps cutting in and getting them for the Bruins.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, the first time seeing Mark play, and he's down there on the floor and the ball is in his hand. He just looks so calm, confident, collected.
And you know, last week at this time we were wondering where the baskets are going to come from for the Bruins. Now we're wondering in a whole different way, in a positive way. It could be anyone.
Yes. That's a kick out to Tone Reddick, who just misses short. Omer Manzi was able to hit that to Allstock.
And ever since Omer came in, the defense has gone up a whole nother level.
And just got a little bit away from Allstock as that ball hit the out-of-bounds line. But with three defenders on him, he was able to control that ball pretty well.
Yeah, you like to see somebody from Ohio come back over and try to help him out there. Good hustle by Mark.
Yeah, just past the fingertips of him as Jackson gives it to Jackson, then back to Jackson.
And what I was going to say about defense is just that right there. They're forcing Steel City to get back into those long threes.
Oh.
Wow, good job by Oliver.
misses the layup, is able to hustle back, get the rebound, dribble out to the three-point line, and knock down a wide-open three.
That was huge. I mean, I almost was thinking, man, I don't know about taking it to the rack the way you just did. Oliver hustles, gets the ball back, and says, you know what? I know what my specialty is.
He's able to knock down that three, and that netting is really messing with my eyesight here. As I'm pretty sure that one went through. Oh, and we got an altercation happening down here on the Bruins side as the bench looks like James Jackson and maybe Richie Gordon were having some choice words with each other.
Yeah, I'm not sure where that initiated, if it was with those two or if they were coming to each other's teammates' aid.
I'm not sure, but
again, we had this ref staff last week. They did a good job when things got chippy of keeping it good and intense without crossing the line there. So I'm sure they'll get everything reeled back in now.
Right.
Starting to be like the Columbus chill here.
So this, a little bit of this offensive transition is finding its way back for the Ohio Bruins, as it was kind of stagnant there for a little bit, but Bruins.
It came when you said it. Oliver, who comes off the bench and gives them good minutes, and then Omer. When that defense stepped back up, they were starting to force some of those deep threes that we saw in the first half that gave them that lead, right?
Right.
And now Steel City has been forced back into those deep threes. So if you're Ohio, you've got to do a great job of getting back on transition. And after makes, you've got to do a good job of making sure you know who your guy is.
Absolutely.
Finding the shooters.
As Oliver McGlade and James Jackson there was able to, give each other high fives, along with Tone Reddick.
Guys are going to say things. Guys are going to do things in the heat of the battle. You want to be able to know that, hey, man, I'm just doing it out of a competitive state and not out of a
right. There's no hatred or anything towards each other. It's all in good fun. But hey, this is sports. It doesn't matter what sport you're going to play in. It's always going to be competitive. And we're seeing it right here today as Bruins have a 5-point lead.
Yeah. Well, and again, we talk about this, we kind of talk about, oh, hey, come down and you'll be able to see this guy, or you'll be able to see this person in the stands, or, this or that. But that's the other beautiful thing about coming down here. The intensity level. You're seeing a basketball game that every guy on this court right now wants to win.
And that's the whole reason we come out here, is to see this kind of competition, as Manzi and Grigg are fighting for position, and Manzi was able to clear out that lane for Cam Mitchell.
Perfect sight there, Seth. That's exactly what he did. He noticed that Cam had a guy one-on-one that he could take. He came down off the block, came back up, and we saw from Richie earlier. Great job by Omer getting out of the way. And hey, we sound like a broken record when we talk about Cam Mitchell, but imagine him finishing at the rack.
And is able to convert the three-point play.
I don't know if they keep the stat of and ones in the ABA, but he's got to be up there in the league.
Yes, his size and strength for Cam Mitchell is unlike any other, as he's one of the most talented basketball players that I've seen.
I agree with you.
So James Jackson takes a long two that was just short. Grigg able to get the offensive rebound to Tone Reddick, and we're going to get a no call.
My goodness. And a lot of times you see that because the ball was kind of out of control, and so was the player.
So maybe that's why there was a no call on that one.
Possibly, maybe. Obviously, if you're a Bruins fan, you'd think that was 100% a charge.
Yeah. And if you're a Steel City fan, you're going to say that's a block and the and one all day. But in good spirit of it, it's going to be a no call. Steel City gets the 2 points anyways, and the lead is now 6 for the Bruins, 82-76, 2:46 left here in the third. We're going to get an off-ball foul. That one's going to go on Tim Jackson, number 6.
Good job of, again, we talk about Omer doing all the little things on defense the last couple of offensive possessions. He's flashing up, he's making picks, he's doing a good job of getting the offensive flow now. And just what we talked about, what he did down on defense, now he's engaged on offense and he's helping out.
Yep. And just got to be able to get it to the outstretched hand of Mathis, as Steel City came the other way and Allstock was able to play.
Good job of getting back by Mark there. I'd like to see maybe somebody a little bit bigger, nothing against Oliver, be able to take that ball out just so they can see over the defense.
Yep. Boo Osborne there with the help defense, able to get his hand in there.
He almost had a jump ball there.
Ooh, and Mack couldn't get that layup to fall. Allstock gets it, brings it the other way. He's able to get the nice little floater and couldn't get that one to fall. Grigg with the rebound, gets it out to Jackson. Passes out to Jackson. Oh, nice little ball, nice showing of ball handling there as he's able to get by Osborne. And that one's going to be Tim Jackson who knocks down the three.
Every time this gets up to about 6 or 8 points, it seems like Steel City gets back on D and starts hitting shots.
Boo Osborne had a wide open lane, so he just did what he could and took it to the basket, but that's going to be Eric Mack who says not today. And looks like James Jackson was kind of reaching over the out-of-bounds line there as he gets it into Mathis, and Mathis with a nice little mid-range shot.
Great job of filling the defender behind him and rising up. We talk about that sometimes in our telecast. When you get the ball in certain areas of the court, you have options, and the option there for Marquise was to rise up and nail the jumper.
All right. So Jackson gets that out to Mack. Grigg comes and sets the screen. Manzi. Manzi's there in position, but that's 2 times that he hasn't been able to get the calls. You know, the physicality is definitely picking up here in the third quarter between these two teams.
Well, now you're Omer, you know they're not going to call it again.
Yep.
Go ahead and stay on your feet and start making some blocks.
Look at
again, Mark with the offensive rebound.
And if you're Steel City and the coach for them, you got to be upset that your big man's not able to get that rebound from a guard like Mark Allstock.
For sure, it was all the frustrating things we talked about last week in our telecast. And now it's all those little things that the Bruins have come back to do. And what a debut for Mark, right? Coming in here, playing hard, doing all the little things. He's doing it on offense and defense.
And he's able to knock down that first of 2 free throws. The second one is up. And he gets the friendly roll.
And again, get it back up to 5 or 6 now. Can you get a couple stops and get it up to 10 or 12?
Grigg is able to get that ball inside and
took advantage there of some of the smaller guards that were down low there of the Bruins.
And looks like the clock operator didn't start the clock in time, so they get that situated real quick. And 3-point lead here for the Bruins, 86-83.
Oh, that's got to be an offensive foul. Yes, definitely.
Yeah.
You can't fight through a pick.
I think you mean
go around, but you can't go through the human.
I think you mean defensive foul, but
defense. I'm sorry.
Yes. You can't get me all confused up here, DJ.
See, we make mistakes.
Nobody is perfect. It's all a learning process for everyone here. Bruins are going to be inbounding the ball. Mark Allstock is going to get on the baseline. Manzi and Grigg kind of doing some back and forth, trying to get position. Allstock gets it out to McGlade in the corner, who shoots a fading 3, and nice job by Mathis to be able to get in there and get the tip in.
It's a good job 2 times in a row now. Marquise is getting shots that he's normally getting and making them. Now he's done it, and he's making them.
And yeah, Manzi was kind of selling that one a little bit as he started falling before the offensive player got there.
Well, and again, we talked about that. If you take a couple of charges and they're not calling them, let's adjust that on defense, right? We got to adjust. We got to now start going straight up and start forcing hard shots instead of drawing these fouls.
But I mean, props to Manzi. He's been putting his body in there on the line ever since he came in this third quarter.
And again, you can do that when you know you have a guy who's got your back that's going to come in there and relieve you, and then it's not all on 6 or 8 guys.
Absolutely. So Tone Reddick goes to the line and misses the first one of 2.
I mean, that's something that we really, really harped on a lot in the first few telecasts, was just the versatility and the depth of the Bruins. And it's something we didn't see in these last few games. It's great to see this back now.
Right.
A team like this can be a lot of trouble.
He's able to get that second one to fall. As the lead is now 4, 88-84, 45 seconds left here in the third.
And again, you're talking about a 2-for-1 like you talked about at the end of the second quarter. Get 2 good possessions here.
Boo Osborne able to take it to the basket. Couldn't get that one to fall. Defensive pressure is up in there. Tone Reddick quickly to Jackson, and Jackson with a nice little alley-oop to Eric Mack.
And that's the type of play, if you're Steel City, you want to build off of heading into the fourth quarter.
Right.
And the bench is up, and now you force the turnover.
Yeah, a costly turnover there by Allstock as Mack kicks it out to Tim Jackson for three. That one no good.
Good job by Ulmer securing that defensive rebound. Now you got 10 seconds left. You got to get a great shot here, and that's not what you wanted.
Oh, and they're going to get Boo Osborne for a reach in, but I think he knew what he was doing as he's there helping up Tone Reddick.
Okay. Now you got 2.3 seconds left. You don't want to foul here, not especially somebody trying to rise. Well, maybe they might be in a bonus, I guess.
And it looks like Tone is going to go to the line here for Steel City.
Well, the before-mentioned foul, I guess, already occurred.
Yes, that is true. Okay, so the first one is up and just short.
They went on a little streak there, but we saw in the first half, if there was one thing that Steel City was a little jittery with, it was the free throw shooting.
Yes, absolutely. So Reddick a little frustrated with himself as he gets ready for the second one. And that one is up, and that one's good this time. 2.3 seconds left. 87-88. He makes this one. This one could tie it heading into the fourth. Or the Bruins could get a last-second shot and knock down a three. Off the front iron. And that one's going to be no good. And
we go to the fourth. It's, hey, sit back and relax, or I think we're going to be on the edge of our seat here because this is about to be a good fourth quarter.
Yes, this is very exciting. Ohio Bruins with an 88-87 lead. We are going to go ahead and take a short break and be back to finish off this final quarter of, oh man, this is exciting. This is very exciting. This is Score on Air Network. Seth Donho alongside DJ Minton. We'll be right back. And we are back here with this fourth quarter of action here in Columbus, Ohio at the Columbus Sports Complex, where the Ohio Bruins are taking on the Steel City Yellow Jackets, and the Bruins have an 88-87 lead over the Yellow Jackets. Seth Donahoe alongside DJ Minton. What did you take away from that third quarter, DJ?
Well, both teams came to play right in that third quarter. Both teams had a little bit of lapse there at the beginning where we saw a lot of offensive easy buckets, and then they both got back engaged. So in this fourth quarter, it's going to be a matter of right there, turnovers. Who's doing the little things? Energy after a couple of dunks here.
Yeah, they had that alley-oop there near the end of the third quarter as Greg was able to throw that one down, and then it looks like, I believe that one was Reddick who just was able to get that jam. And it looks like, couldn't tell who that was. I think that's Mack, whose foot was on the sideline.
Quick timeout by Coach Foley. I think they needed that. Just regroup here a little bit. The energy has definitely gone to the other side. And like I was saying there before, everything got a little hectic there. That third quarter, both teams had a little bit of a run there where the defensive intensity was not there.
Right.
They both got engaged again that last few minutes, and that's going to be the key. The turnover there by the Bruins right away leads to an easy bucket. Dunks are always going to rejuvenate the especially away team. So if you're the Bruins now, take a deep breath, get the momentum and the tempo of the basketball game back in your corner. And something that we haven't seen here for a little bit is Cam Mitchell. So we're not saying that we only have to rely on him, but it would be nice now to have Cam start creating for others and start sinking some shots here.
Right. And ladies and gentlemen, if you're enjoying this broadcast and would like to learn how it's done behind the scenes, check out the Ohio Media School located in Columbus. If you're interested in radio production, TV broadcasting, or digital media, the Ohio Media School is the choice for you. Visit Ohio Media School at beonair.com/Columbus. You can also find the Ohio Media School on all your favorite social media. Ohio Media School, we change lives.
As always, we want to thank you from the Ohio Bruins, the Ohio Media School, the one that makes all of these games possible.
Yeah, like if it wasn't for, teams like you guys, local teams in the area, whether it's high school sports or semi-professional basketball that we have right here in Columbus, as Mathis is able to knock down that long two. We want to have things to broadcast, and we also, the thanks goes back to you guys for letting us be able to come in here and be able to broadcast and get a little bit of experience for us students, but also yourself, DJ, as you've been learning some of the commentary side of things.
I've been a pseudo student with you guys. It's been great. It's been
exactly.
Awesome. Everybody's been so welcoming and helping me out, definitely. Trying to fake it until I make it.
And it looks like Richie Gordon is a little heated up as Terrence Coley's over there trying to calm him down a little bit.
Just get him out of the game, let him regroup a little bit. We're going to need him here in the stretch run.
Yeah, absolutely. So Marquise Mathis has the ball and tries to get it to McKnight, but Greg was able to reach from behind and knock that one away as Tim Jackson shoots a three and misses that one. Fight for the board here it is as Greg gets the Tone Reddick able to knock down a three.
Well, and we didn't see a whole lot of that so far in this entire game, giving up offensive rebounds. And we talked about it earlier, an offensive rebound and a three.
And Boo Osborne able to split the defense there. Oh, and they're going to say Mathis traveled on that one as
Marquise is just starting to find it too, and he really wanted that shot.
Yeah,
saw the defender just at the last second. It was too late.
So just over a minute and a half here in the fourth quarter, 10-15 left, and Steel City is, really came out fired up, and they have a 4-point lead on Ohio Bruins right now, 94-90. Cam Mitchell is bringing the ball up the floor, and he's able to just go coast to coast and
finish it. My goodness,
just makes it look so easy.
Just fins off the defender, so athletic, and just what you said, so smooth and just so easy. That is not an easy play what he just did.
Right. Jackson gets it down to Greg as his little hesitation sends McNett by.
And for the first time all game, Seth, we're starting to see easy looks by Steel City. You got to tighten up the defense here if you're the Bruins.
Yeah, absolutely. 4-point lead here for Steel City, 96-92, as Boo Osborne drives and kicks it out to Allstock, and he's able to get that three to fall.
Needed that one. They needed that one big time. Great shot. Mark is playing so well today.
Yes, absolutely. Like you said, in the third quarter, his debut game is really going well for him. As that ball is quickly brought up to the other way by Marquise Mathis, and James Jackson, not happy with that foul call.
Looked like he tried to get in there and get the ball out. Fortunately for the Bruins, a foul was called, and now Marquise, who's hit a few shots in a row now, I feel like he's just at the precipice of getting ready to take off again.
And I think Eric Mack is going to end up picking up that foul as Marquise Mathis heads to the line and knocks down the first one.
And if you're the Bruins, we've talked about a lot of things that have gone well for you today. Marquise Mathis starts getting going at the end of this game. We've talked about the versatility and the depth that's going to be a problem. Man, if you start putting him in there with Mark and Cam,
you can see some good things happening as Brett McKnight gives Claude Scott a little love in the back. Kenny Holmes with the ball, sends it out to James Jackson, who gets it to Tone Reddick. Looks like Tone Reddick was a little slow to start this game in the first quarter, but the last three he's really came on.
You're right. Good job by Cam Mitchell.
Yeah, able to use that, what we said in the third quarter, that extra defender.
And a good job. If you're a guard playing defense, force the guy down to the baseline. There's not a whole lot you can do underneath the basket.
Right. And it looks like Richie Gordon is checking back here into the game as he's whatever had him riled up there, he's ready to go now. And
And good productive minutes by Marquise there.
Yes, absolutely. So 97-96 now. Bruins take the lead back. Gordon tries to get it down to McKnight, but couldn't get it.
Idea, just a half second too slow, and also you got to throw that a little harder.
Yep. We've seen that the defensive intensity and activeness by this Yellow Jackets team has really caused some problems for the Bruins.
Oh yeah, and you can't be soft with the ball.
Nope. And you said that pass has to be on a little bit more of a rope, a little bit more speed behind it. As
Job by Brett, jumping in front of the defender.
McKnight not able to keep a hold of that one.
If you're Brett, you gotta secure the basketball. Wait for your guard to get across the timeline.
Right.
He did such a good job on defense there. I hate to see the mental mistake on offense.
Yeah, absolutely, and that's what I was just going to say is, he did so good on that defensive possession that, I think he had to try and get down there and score stuck in his mind, but, see if they can capitalize here on defense now as Claude Scott has the ball, gets it down to Duran Scott. Richie Gordon with the hand in the face, and that one's short. McKnight secures the rebound.
Well, that's sometimes something we don't talk about. Letting other guys get involved and being able to pick your points, and right there he picked his spot.
Yep. Just like that, McKnight wasn't going to lose that one this time as he's able to get the nice little floater. Tim Jackson has the ball. Nice read.
And he's finishing.
Yes, absolutely. There's no way one-on-one, that size and strength, he's going to finish that every time. So Kenny Holmes now takes a three.
And 32, right there. That's when the referee's got to get control of that. Really, really bad dirty play there. Just took his hip there and just slammed Richie in the back as the shot was going up.
And then looks like we got Claude Scott, who's slow to get up as well. Not sure if he came down awkwardly or took a bump by somebody, but he's moving a little bit slow.
Well, and again, we want things to be intense, but that last play was borderline dirty. You got to watch what you're doing there.
No.
And a 2-point game, you hate to see something like that mar it.
Right, absolutely. You don't want that to, define the game, if you will.
And what a game it has been. I mean, we talk about last week when the Bruins had this epic comeback after being down 15 at the break. Today it's been a little bit different. I mean, it's been pretty neck and neck most of the way. Every time that the Bruins have gotten up 6 or 8 points, here comes Steel City. The thing that has been impressive about Ohio today is they seem to be keeping their composure, and they seem to be doing a good job of relying on each other.
Yes.
Now, again, that's easier done today because of the amount of players that we have.
Depth, yes.
But they're doing a great job of no one person has really gone off. Mark's had a good game. Cam's had a good game. They've had moments where Richie's been hot. Moments where,
Boo's been stepping up.
Where Marquise has been hot. But that's what you want if you're the Bruins.
Yes.
As much as we love and as much as Cam, is such a great athlete and he loves scoring 57 points, he would rather everybody else be right there with him at 20 apiece. And if you get that, there's not a lot of teams in the ABA that are going to be able to hang with them.
Right, and if you're able to get that 3 to 5 guys who can get you 20 points a game, and you guys are able to get the win, I think people will take that over a 60-point outing any day of the week.
Absolutely, and that's the beautiful thing about Cam Mitchell. That's what makes him the leader and the captain, make people better.
And the defensive pressure there, able to knock the ball away from McKnight as Mitchell hustles back.
Still seems doing a good job when the big men flash and get the ball at the top of the key of being active with their hands.
Yes, that help side defense that, as you just seen right there, Reddick was able to try in there and I'm sure caused Mitchell to pick the ball up sooner than what he wanted to. And Mitchell started his shot from behind the backboard, and I don't think Steel City's very happy with that call. But
he got bailed out by the foul there, and that's all right. Happens sometimes.
Yeah, that's the name of the game.
We saw it earlier, and you had made a great point with it. Richie does a good job. He has his man closed off where he actually has a great offensive play on the right block there. Good shot by Mitchell. But then he recognizes that Cam's coming downhill, takes his guy out a little bit, gives Cam a little bit more room to draw the foul.
Absolutely. Like you said, that first one was up and good, and here comes the second one, and that one drops as well. So 103, 101 lead here for the Ohio Bruins. 7 minutes left got to start buckling down here if you're on defense. And they've done that the past few possessions, honestly. And I say that, and
we've jinxed them every time.
Man.
But again, that's where your defensive help has to step in. Somebody has to flash around that Aqua Science logo and stop the guy.
Right. Boo Osborne has the ball here, kicks it out to McKnight. Thought about taking the shot, ends up taking it and driving it, misses that. Richie Gordon able to get the offensive rebound, and you got to be able to finish that if you're Richie.
Absolutely. You're not going to get too many good looks like that, especially this close to the end of the game.
Yeah, absolutely.
Good job by Osborne.
Yeah. Good job by Richie to get a hand in there. Good hustle by Osborne, but unfortunately, it leads for a Kenny Holmes mid-range jumper. As they take the lead here, 105-103. Cam Mitchell bringing the ball up the floor, kicks it out to Allstott. Just off the front edge, Claude Scott gets the rebound.
Pretty good look, but I might want to wait one more time. We've had pretty good success on offense this quarter.
And good defense there by Richie, playing straight up. Deron Scott's able to get the loose ball and can't get that, as Allstock is able to get the rebound, and Tone Reddick is able to get the poke the ball loose there. Misses the three short, throws it off of his own teammates. Hey, props to both of them hustling after the ball, but
there's just no possession that Steel City's out of because of the way that they hustle and the way they use their hands in the defensive lanes.
Yeah, absolutely. So we have a 105-103 lead here for Ohio Bruins, for Steel City Yellow Jackets.
And you're past the halfway point here in the fourth quarter. So this is the time where you said a couple of offensive possessions in a row. If you can score, now you got to come back down and make a couple of great defensive stops.
And ladies and gentlemen, Jets Pizza is not only the official pizza partner of the Columbus Blue Jackets, but also a proud supporter of high school hockey. Visit your local Jets or order online at jetspizza.com. And when we go down to the Ice House down here at Nationwide Arena today, we're going to be broadcasting here. Score on Air is the CBJ Cup Finals, where Olentangy Orange will be taking on St. Charles at 6 o'clock, and then following that at 8 o'clock, Upper Arlington will be taking on Olentangy Liberty. And
yeah, we talk about great basketball. I'll tell you, this city of Columbus has really come along, especially in the high school scene, high school hockey.
And I got word from our instructor, Mr. Adam Dell, that we will be getting some Jets Pizza at 5 o'clock before the game.
No, rub it in.
So,
I'm about to start getting invited to some of the hockey games.
Yeah, there you go. Hey, you do commentary for these Ohio Bruins. We can maybe get you on for some high school hockey broadcasts, all right? 5:45 left here in the fourth quarter. Boo Osborne bringing the ball up the floor as the Bruins trail by 2. 105-103. Osborne able to get by, and that is counted, as no one was able to stop that. Man, for a guard, Boo Osborne is very strong.
Very strong. And again, we talk about it. If you're up here at the three-point line and you're up at the top of the key and you're not below the elbow, you should be attacking the basket toward the elbow. If no one's going to stop you, take it all the way to the rack, and that's exactly what Osborne did right there.
Yes, he did, and he finished it, able to tie the game right here. Oh, and just off the front edge. Tim Jackson's able to get that rebound, but
great aggressive defense there. Just got away with the foul there.
Yeah, Boo Osborne, he's been very, very active on this defensive side of the ball for the Bruins today.
And again, that's been the huge difference. This is why this is such a great competitive game, is just because of how engaged on defense Ohio's been today.
Yes, absolutely. So just under 5:30 left here. Tim Jackson swings it out to Tone Reddick, who then gets it to Kenny Holmes. Pump fakes the three. Drives inside, and
good finish. And again, no one coming down on defense to flash to stop him.
Right, absolutely. Richie Gordon was on his way there, but he was about a half second too late. So Steel City gets the lead back again. Boo Osborne takes a mid-range jumper, and
again, what
wide
are you
open.
Doing? You're getting to the free throw line and getting to the elbow. If you're a guard, get there. Good things will happen.
And for most of these guys in this league, anything around that free throw line, I'm sure that they feel automatic with.
For sure. Especially with the Bruins shooters. That's like a layup for some of those guys.
And I think they're going to get Mark Allstock here on for this one, maybe from a reach in from behind.
It's been a physical game. Sometimes it's been a little bit difficult to try to decide what they will and won't call a foul.
But if you're both teams, you just got to keep playing through it.
For sure. And we talked about adjusting. You know, that's one of the adjustments you have to make. And they may or may not call this.
Richie Gordon put the defense on Grigg there. Or I'm sorry, that was Eric Mack. Kenny Holmes with the ball out on the wing. Osborne guarding him tightly. Tries getting a step back. Nice little backdoor cut by Mack there.
And that's what we're talking about. Mitchell comes over from the help side B and is able to get the steal there. Now, if you're Richie, you got to slow down. Oh, went off of Richie, I think.
Yeah, it's what Steel City's done. They've been in that full court. They've been guarding the guards and having the big men bring it up the floor, and Tone Reddick couldn't quite get a hand on that as Cam Mitchell was able to pick up the loose ball. He's going to stop at the elbow and knock that one down.
What is it again? Guarding at an elbow.
Guarding that elbow. Automatic. Most of these guys are there from that range.
And again, just so many things can happen there. If you go to rise up and there's a defender there, you can drop it off. Just so many good things can happen around the free throw line and the elbow.
Right. Man, it seems like the floor is getting a little slippery. It seems like the ball is getting slippery this second half. As
every possession is so meaningful in this tie game.
Absolutely, and you see Richie Gordon down there trying to get position. Oh, and
great defensive help.
Yeah, Tone Reddick able to come over there. He's seen that. Oh,
Mitchell being active, poked it out from behind.
I can't even finish the sentence before something else happens between these guys, and Allstott just a little long. Claude Scott looking like Tom Brady out there with that full court throw almost. Winded up for that one.
And again, Mark's made a couple of those big shots, and that would have been huge today. Maybe we take a deep breath there and bring it back out.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think that's what Steel City's doing right here is they're able to get what they did. Tone Reddick is able to get the backdoor cut.
Man, that's a good job. You know, we've just been talking about how the Bruins been doing a good job the last few possessions. They get into the elbow. That's exactly what they did right there. Got to the elbow, the defense collapsed, and as soon as the defense collapsed, he dropped it off to the cutting Steel City offensive player. And that backdoor cut's killing him right now.
Yeah, and it's like I said, it seems like the first quarter he started off slow, but here definitely in the second quarter, Tone Reddick for Steel City has definitely been taken over. It seems like for this team, being involved in every single play, whether it be shooting or creating or what we just saw right there as a backdoor cut.
Right. Well, and good players, that's what happens. You get the feel of the game, you start to see what are the tendencies of this team, and if you're smart, you start to learn from those, and that's exactly what he's done. He's putting himself in position to make high percentage shots.
Yep. Now, 3:13 left here in the fourth quarter. Steel City has a 111-109 lead. And like we had said, you know, we'd seen some guys slipping around. The ball has been slipping out of guys' hands. Every possession here counts in these final 3 minutes.
Every possession. And mentally, you have to stay sharp. Now, this is the time in the game where fatigue's going to start kicking in. You have to make sure you're staying sharp. No mental errors here. Every possession being so important. One turnover here could cost you.
Yeah, so like we said, it seems like that the Steel City Yellow Jackets have found kind of a weakness in letting the big men having to bring the ball up the floor. But, ladies and gentlemen, everyone here at Ohio Media School wants to make sure that you amplify your personality with the theater people. They can help with your entire home setup of entertainment or networking and security. Call 614-604-6327 or visit thetheaterpeople.com to build your dream home entertainment system. 3:13 left here in the fourth. Cam Mitchell's able to get it into Boo Osborne, who then gets it up to Allstock.
Allstock pressure again, but then we saw the guard come up and get it. That's what they struggled with.
Absolutely, and looks like they're going to get a foul on Richie Gordon, I believe, here. Tripping foul, maybe.
If you're the Bruins, just take a deep breath here. You've had a couple tough offensive possessions there. Lock in here on defense and create an offensive opportunity here for yourself.
Absolutely. Kenny Holmes has the ball here for Steel City. Now on the wing, Claude Scott getting ready to set a screen, but nice little move there by Holmes as he's able to find a wide open Reddick. Oh, and Eric Mack with a fierce follow-up jam.
Time that they need a little juice over there for Steel City. Mack has been there for him.
Yes, he has. It seems like him and Boo Osborne with a three. Can't get that one to fall. Allstock tries to get in there for the offensive rebound and can't. Tone Reddick's able to secure it. Cam Mitchell, no, looks like they're going to get a foul on Mitchell as he's not happy with that. But
well, if you're Mitchell, you're frustrated a little bit there. That might have been a foul on you, but all the way down on the last offensive possession, the defender was just riding Cam Mitchell. You got to call that if you're the ref.
Yeah.
Again, if you're the Bruins, you're not getting all this back in one shot. Let's calm down. No deep threes here. Let's get a couple of big stops here. You hear Mark yelling there. They got the last 4 calls. He's right.
Yep. See, you got to see what's been working for you guys the past few possessions. And like we'd said many times, getting those guards, yes, good hustle. Getting the ball inside that three-point line as Boo Osborne.
Enough about Mark there. What did we talk about? If you work hard, this is life too, folks. If you work hard, you're going to get rewarded, and that's exactly what Mark Arshart did right there.
Yes. Tim Jackson almost loses the ball out of bounds. Richie Gordon's covering him.
Just what we talked about. Get engaged in defense and get an easy opportunity on offense. And there's the deep 3 we saw earlier.
Yep. Good hustle by everybody there. Kenny Holmes, Claude Scott, and Mark Allstock. But Allstock was able to get a hand on the ball and then take the contact. As
glad to see everybody came up okay out of that one. That was a violent collision.
Yes, it was. And it looks like James Jackson is going to be checking in for Kenny Holmes, as I think he was a little bit slow to get up. And Brett McKnight coming back in for Marquise Mathis. 1:43 left here.
Offense, defense, maybe possibly here with Marquise and Brett might be what Coach Coley's trying to do here. I think I'd like to keep Marquise in there as well, especially since we have been having a hard time with the offensive rebound.
Right. Richie Gordon's able to get the ball and take it inside, and Claude Scott just reaches in and gives a hard foul to Richie Gordon, and he's going to go to the line and shoot too.
Good job by Richie drawing the foul there. Still want to be careful that we're not getting into too many one-on-one here.
Right. And this first one is up, and that one's good.
Nice, needed that one.
Yes, absolutely.
Opportunities are slim now, so if the clock is stopped, take advantage of it.
And the second one is up, and that one's dropped. So now a tie ball game here, 143, 113, 113.
And here is what you have to do if you're the Bruins. You've been pretty good at the initial defensive set. It's when they're skipping the ball. That skip pass has killed them all game.
And they've been able to do good things by dribble driving and creating shots just like that. And Tim Jackson can't get that one to fall. And we're going to have a jump ball here.
My goodness. It looked like the ref wanted to call a foul there. In the last second, he called jump ball.
Brett McKnight not happy with it. He thought he had full possession, and the defender came in and reached in and tried to get it away from him. But
again, we got to be strong with that basketball. 2 Bruins down there. We got to get that rebound.
Tone Reddick kicks it out to Tim Jackson. And can't get the running floater to fall. McKnight secures the rebound. And we have a scoreboard malfunction here, as we don't have anything on the scoreboard.
Well, hopefully one of us remembers the score. I think the Bruins were winning.
Yeah, last I seen they were up by like 30 or something like that, if I remember. No. I believe it was 113 here.
I think you're right.
Yep. And 1:14 left here, so they got that figured out.
And here we go. I mean, this is it. You've probably got maybe 2 possessions. If you're lucky, 3 if you're the Bruins.
Yep.
You've got to make every single one of them count.
Yeah, it's got to be mentally sharp here on these final offensive possessions and defensive as well. No mental lapses or anything. Richie Gordon with the ball trying to rip through Claude Scott. And Allstock there with an offensive rebound as they get poked from behind from Tim Jackson out of bounds.
Again, Mark bails him out. Not a great shot by Richie. You got to be closer to the basket if you're Richie. That's not your shot.
Yeah.
Mark comes through and again with an offensive rebound.
And looks like Richie's going to take her right to Scott. And
lowered his shoulder there. And if you're Richie, you know that the ref has been watching you a little bit here those last couple of minutes. Got to be smart there.
Yeah, absolutely. And Claude Scott's talking, letting him hear it, but like we just said, those mental lapses, you can't have those.
Yeah. And again, he's trying to be aggressive. I like the setup and I like the initial play.
And we're going to have a timeout here by Steel City, it looks like. So, man, I'm on the edge of my seat this game is just so intense. It has been so exciting every step of the way. Every second of this game as it's tied 113-113 with 44.6 left. And as we had just said right there, a little mental lapse by Richie Gordon. You can't afford to have that here in the final minute.
Again, we like the play. The initial thought of the play, we're getting our big man, getting him down in a position where he is taking over, getting a mismatch, right?
Mm-hmm.
But if you're Richie, he was just a little bit too aggressive there, ran him over, and again, you can't take those turnovers with under a minute to go.
Yeah, I mean, now you got to make sure that you're on defense here. 44.6 left, as we said. If Steel City is able to get a basket here, they have, in essence, a chance for a 2-on-1 or 2-for-1 opportunity if they're able to convert on this first one.
Well, yeah, you got a full 24-second shot clock. So even if you're the Bruins, even if you hold them and get a shot clock violation, you're still going to have plenty of time. You still got 20 seconds at the very least.
Yeah.
So that's the other thing. If you're the Bruins and you get a ball here, let's get a high percentage shot. No need for a three.
Right. Tone Reddick has the ball in his hands. As you'd expect, he's been able to do good things for this Steel City offense here these past 2 quarters. He's dribbling the ball in the wing. We got 2 people, it looks like, guarding 1 person. He gets it down to Scott. Max able to get the ball, not able to capitalize. Allstock's able to get the rebound, and we're going to get a foul on Steel City, it looks like. Yes.
Mac did just what he's done the entire second half. Flashed, the Bruins stepped up, and then when they needed a rebound, who was there?
Mr. Mark Allstock, who has been having himself a sensational debut game.
Unbelievable debut game.
Okay, now here's where it is. The big man has the ball. Now let's clear out. Cam Mitchell brings the ball up the floor here. Tim Jackson putting the pressure on.
Now if you're Cam, pull it back out.
Yep. Now let's reset here. 12 seconds on the shot clock. Marquise Mathis. Yep. Boo Osborne has the ball now. 7 seconds left on the shot clock. Boo Osborne, nice ball handling.
Oh, one time, Mark.
And yes. Mark Allstock.
All right.
Mark Allstock is going to be able to
time, Mark, and just hit this. There's only, looks like 0.1 second left.
0.1, is that what you said? I'm sorry, the ref. Yes, the ref was in the way, and now we have a shot of the scoreboard. Man.
Now we have to make sure. I got so excited there, I didn't remember to pay attention. Was he shooting? Because if it's just 1-1.
Yes, he was shooting. The ball, Boo Osborne. Man, a great job of handling the ball by Boo Osborne. Able to get inside the lane. Boo Osborne finding Allstock down there on the baseline, gathering and then going up and knocking down that first one as they take a 114-113 lead.
Just what the doctor ordered. A huge victory for the Bruins. Huge victory.
And just like that, and the scoreboard operator started it a little bit too soon, but with 0.1 second left, it is going to be tough to be able to knock this one down. Oh, and he still almost did, though, regardless of that. So, after a back and forth, we hear our Bruins #1 fan down there.
Love it. Huge win for them.
Yes.
Huge win. They've played so many tight games this year, and so many games that we've seen like on this tight end that we've come on the other end of. Finally, we get one of these close games to go our way, and I'm telling you now, we talked about it a couple times throughout the telecast. If we can keep this core together, this team can go on a run right now in the ABA, and what better time to do it here at the end of the year.
Yeah, and like you said, compared to last week, it's nice to see that depth that they have on the bench. Like we said, we'd seen, for example, Armor Manzi, when he came in for the third quarter, stepping in, taking those shots to his body, drawing charges, a couple blocks. But like we said, when you know that you have somebody that can come in for you, you and your team can be able to do that. I was about to say put your life on the line. They're not really putting their life on the line, but you can sacrifice your body and be able to wear out the other team and wear them down.
For sure. And that's the thing, man. This team has been through so much up and down. We talked about it a little bit in the middle of the telecast. So much up and down between players, between the pandemic, for them to continue to endure, for them to continue to hang in there in the core of this team and the organization to hang in there, get a big win today, and now let's go on a winning streak here.
And so we are just going to go ahead and take a quick break here, but after a short break, we will return here and tune back in for our post game. So after this, we'll be right back here on Score on Air Network.
I mean, I don't totally know what opioids are, but
It doesn't happen here.
Not in denial.
No.
No.
Our kids are way too busy. My son has good friends.
Don't live in denial, Ohio. Talk to your kids about drugs, and they'll be up to 50% less likely to use them.
In sports, you want to have a player that can get the job done right every time. A real all-star, somebody that's dependable and you can turn to when the game is tough. That player in the audio-video industry is the theater people. From setting up your home's Wi-Fi network and offices, conference rooms, to setting up home theater inside or outside, to setting up the systems to make your home run smarter and safer as well. The theater people can do it all with the quality of professionalism you can expect every single time. That isn't just a great all-around player. That is an all-star. That is why we are the leaders in audiovisual installation in Central Ohio. So call us at 614-604-6327 or check out our website at ttpcolumbus.com to figure out which products will fit you. And don't forget, amplify your personality with the theater.
And we are back here at the Columbus Sports Complex where the Ohio Bruins have just secured a victory of 115-113 over the Steel City Yellow Jackets. And, ladies and gentlemen, for all your custom apparel needs, give Mojo Sports Gear a call at 614-864-6656 or visit their website at mojosportsgear.com. And, DJ, if we were to choose a Mojo Sports Gear player of the game, who would you choose?
Gotta be our man Mark Allstock. He did everything today in the debut. Huge offensive rebounds at the end of the game to secure the victory. A big defensive rebound at the end of the game. And of course, let's not forget, drawing the foul at the end of the game to win the thing. You can't ask for a better debut. And again, gelling with the guys, ready to play. Bruins basketball, big win today.
Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, there were multiple candidates that we could have used for a player of the game. Boo Osborne did some stuff on the offensive side, but man, his physical presence on the defensive end, Cam Mitchell just being himself, just out there tearing it up.
Sometimes we take for granted how good Cam is. It's just okay.
Yeah.
That was a Cam game? Okay.
Yeah. So, as I had said, Ohio Bruins are getting out of this game, tightly contested contest, back and forth over the Steel City Yellow Jackets, 115-113. We will go ahead and wrap it up, but ladies and gentlemen, tonight at 6 o'clock, the CBJ Cup Finals start in the semifinal round where Olentangy Orange will be taking on St. Charles hockey match. And then at 8 o'clock following that, Upper Arlington is going to play Olentangy Liberty. The two winners of these games will play in the finals tomorrow at 4 o'clock, which we will also be broadcasting. So be sure to check into that tonight. At 6 o'clock is the first game between Olentangy Orange and St. Charles. Here for the Ohio Bruins, I'm Seth Donahoe alongside DJ Minton. This has been
a couple weeks, hopefully, for another Bruins game.
Yeah, absolutely. And that we'll go ahead and wrap it up. So everybody be safe. Thanks for checking in. This has been Score on Air Network.